Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. My name is Melanie Shipps. I'm out of Indianapolis, Indiana, and I am so glad you are here. I hear little footsteps upstairs. Go figure. Good morning. Happy New Year. All right. So this may be your first power hour of the year. I know it's January 5th, and some of you may be tuning in for the first time. Some of you may be veterans. We're so glad you're here. So I'm looking over in the chat. And I am taking inventory of who's new. Good morning, sweetheart.
Come on, fast.
Not right now, honey. I'm getting ready to start a meeting, okay? Can you go and get Daddy, please? Let him help you. Daddy's gonna love that. Okay. Daddy's sleeping. Daddy's on vacation this week. So anyway, let's get to work. All right. So this is amazing. I see a lot of you that have just joined. Looks like we have some newbies, maybe 2 months in. Got some people in September, August. Some of you are veterans here. I love this. I want you guys to see in the chat, if you don't mind scrolling through. We have a lot of people on our team that have used power hours to truly grow their business. I'm a big believer in them myself. And as you are starting to build your business, as you are trying to figure out how you're going to learn this business, maybe you're new to this industry, let me tell you, power hours are where it is at. So I see a lot of familiar faces. This is amazing. Wow. We have 4 pages full of beautiful faces. So good morning. All right. Give me 1 second while I get my son's iPad at 6 a.m. in the morning. You do what you got to do. Okay, really, right now, it's not even working for me. You're going to have to go talk to your father. I'm sorry. I'm serious. This isn't a joke. Mommy's got. Okay.
See, told you it'd work.
No, incorrect password.
I know it's weird. What happened?
Okay, but mommy does need to work. I'm serious about that. So I need you to go lay in your bed. I'll be up there in a little bit. Okay, are you ready? All right. I'm glad that you can laugh with me. I'm like, isn't this the truth as a mother? Right? I mean, for real, I feel like I do half my business in my master bedroom closet and my bathroom. All right. So if you're feeling frustrated by any of that, just know that's real life. Okay. So what are we going to talk about today? Right? So this is what I want to do. I have a couple things that I'm going to share with you. When I lead these power hours, that I feel so honored to be able to do. Thank you, Amy White and Courtney Nine and Lauren Sandegate and all of you that allow us to have this platform to teach you. It truly is an honor. I love to teach. It's probably my favorite part of what I do. I've been in this industry for 7.5 years and love it. And I try to bring things to you that have worked for me personally. And I also try to bring some of the pain points and the realness behind our industry too, because I know that you feel it as well. So one of the things that I want to talk about today, just briefly, and then we're going to get to work because I know you have goals. And I know that if you are in any type of challenge group, I know what they're having us do is some work. We've got at least a minimum of 10 reach outs a day. So we're going to try to get that done this morning. I am going to bring to you some language, which is going to be great. And we're going to focus on fitness professionals today. All right. And so before I do, one of the things that I just want to bring to your attention, honey, Kate, upstairs, go upstairs. I can hear all that, hon. Go upstairs. Thank you. Go in the spare bedroom, honey. You can lay on the bed in there. Okay.
No, it's on TV.
Please don't wake up your brother. Okay. All right. So he's 10, 4th grade. I got 2 boys, by the way, 2 boys, 2nd grade, 4th grade. And that's the chapter we're in. So if you're trying to build this business around small kids, that's not easy, right? And any of you guys that are doing e-learning right now, I think it's worth the 5 seconds to just tell you, good job. Good job. Being a homeschool mom, which I never signed up for, is not the easiest thing to do, but it definitely got to lead with love, just like we do in this business, right? All right. So I like to give you resources. Maybe you guys are looking for some books you want to buy, put on your personal development list, pop this sucker in Amazon.com. But I'm going to bring a piece to you from the book called Go for No. All right. Yes is the destination. No is how you get there. All right. Who by show of hands has read this book? Or at least have it on their bookshelf as a PD book someone told them about? All right, me too. I have a whole list of books I'm starting to pull back out and read again. This one in particular really speaks to me, and I'm going to tell you why. Let me get a little bit of my notes up here because I don't want to forget anything and I want to stay on point. All right, so before I start on that, one of the things I want to mention is that when you are talking to your prospects, whoever it is that you're putting on your list, in your mind, I think you have this belief that just by the way that they look, by the way that they may show up on social media and be fun people, maybe they're super influential, fit, maybe they are fitness coaches. For example, we're going to talk about that here in our language today. You might believe in your mind that because they're these things, they're going to be wonderful in this business, right? Right? You hope, right? In your brain, you're like, God, that would be great if I could get her. And then they come into the business and you realize that they're not so great. They're not focused, they're not teachable, they're not coachable, they're none of that, right? And then on the opposite end of that, you have people that you have been friends with on social media for years, and they come into this business and they rock it. And you're like, I never expected that. That is amazing. And you want to know the difference between the person you thought that would be amazing and the person that is amazing is the hunger, right? It's the hunger piece, the big why that they have behind what they do. All right. So as you're building your list, as you're making your list of 100 people, right? That's what we hear a lot. And that's only because of numbers. You want to have a big number. All right. I want you to start thinking about who you're attracting into this business. I also want you to start looking at social media platforms and really scrolling through with intention to understand who it is that you're reaching out to. All right. The way they do one thing is the way they're going to do everything. So they may be super passionate about things in life. You want passionate people, right? Okay. Another thing I want to mention is that the hardest money that you're going to ever make in this business is going to be your first $1,000. Okay. Your first $1,000, right? Sounds exciting. You get into the business, you have big plans, you're going to make $1,000. All right. It's going to be the hardest money you're ever going to make. The second hardest money that you're ever going to make is your first $10,000. All right. And then the easiest money that you're ever going to make is your first million. Okay. Your first million. Why do you think that is? Consistency pays. Leverage pays. Building a team pays. Then one morning you wake up. It might be payday. You've been in this industry for how long? You've been on a team for how long? And we're seeing it here within Savvy in one short year that people, our upline leaders, are doing incredible things. And they're no different than you. They just have been consistent doing the same activities and plugging into the same things that you are plugging into. All right. So what it is it's compound efforts. All right. And the reason that they got to where they are is because they got really good at hearing no. All right. They got really good at hearing no. All right. So one of the things that I think is really important to bring to your attention, because I think that we're going back to the basics, I want to reiterate that. If you have been seeing some of the videos that have been going live lately, it's all about our systems. It's all about not only plugging in as a new brand partner, but it's also plugging your prospects into a system as well. So the way that you bring people into the business is the way that you're going to take them through the business. And it's all about those systems. All right. And so it's like the scripture says, it's like you teach a man to fish and you're going to feed them for a lifetime. If you give them a fish, you're going to feed them for a day. All right. So one of the things I just want to bring to your attention and into your awareness is that, do you want a team that's super codependent on you? Or do you want a team that really leverages our systems and they're teachable and coachable? And one of the things that I personally do in this business is I notice those people from the very beginning when I attract them into the business. If I cannot get them to come to a live Zoom session, right? If I can't get them to return a message to me in Messenger, that is very indicative of what's going to happen potentially when you get them into the business. All right. So if you got to drag them to it, you got to drag them through it. And I'm just going to tell you, for me personally, I'm not interested in those kind of people right now. So for me, it lightens the load of my mindset around, I feel like I need to grow and I got to grow quickly and I got these goals and I want to hit this by the certain time. I want you guys to let go of some of that. And I want you to be open to the possibilities of the hungry people. All right. All right. So look for the hungry people, look for people that have really big whys. Okay. And one of the things about hunger is you can't teach it. All right. So you're looking for people with a burning desire. You're also looking for people that might have a skill set here. Skill sets can be taught, but it does take some time. And you're looking for people that they're putting forth effort. So when you take burning desire, you take skill sets and you take effort and you compound it and you put it together, you have magic. All right. All right. So the concept of no, I want to just show you one little section here. So this is my little personal development for you for this Tuesday morning, the first Tuesday morning of January, is to go check it out. All right. And on chapter 12, what I just want to show you here and take 1 minute to share this with you. It says that there's this little picture here, and I don't know if you can see it, but it is me in the middle. All right, me. And to the right, it has success. And to the other side, it has failure. All right. So this is a belief that either I'm going to fail or I'm going to succeed in this business. All right. And so in quotes, it said, I had always thought my mission was to do everything within my power to move towards success and to move away from failure. But that moment with Harold opened my eyes. I realized that the correct model looked like this, he said, attacking the menu once again with a pen. It has failure in the middle, but it actually starting off starts with me. You have to move through failure to see your success. It continues on. It says, I realized that failure was a halfway mark on the road to success, not a destination to be avoided, but rather a stepping stone to get what I really wanted in life. Most people get to the sign marked failure and they figure they're heading in the wrong direction, turn around and head back home. They think that success must be back the other way, but it's not. It's straight ahead. I read somewhere that great leaders never use the word failure. Instead, they use words like mistake, glitch, setback. I've heard in Savvy so far, bumps and bruises, especially as we're in pre-launch, right? It's a real deal and it's real. I mean, it is a real thing. This is silly and counterproductive. The word fail may have 4 letters in it, but it's not a 4-letter word. When people use cute substitutes, they treat it as if it were, we tried, but we had a glitch. They say, give me a break. Just say you failed. Big deal. Is it that hard? No wonder everyone on the planet thinks failing is something to be avoided at all costs. We sugarcoat it and dance around it and talk about it as if it were death. The best way to desensitize yourself to a word is to use it. And the best way to desensitize yourself to an action is to do it. All right. So I'm going to give you a little scenario because as you can see, I have 2 small boys. And maybe this was just a Lord thing that just happened in front of you. And maybe you were supposed to see it. But my son was not going to give up until he had a yes on that iPad. Right? I could have told him no, 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 no. But that kid has tenacity. He has grit. He gets it honestly. And he got his yes. All right. So every single no in this business is going to get you to your yes. That is a synopsis of this book. So take that and I want you to go get it. And I want you to go into today or this week knowing that if you're getting no's, that's a good thing. All right. That is a really good thing. All right. So with that said, because I'm really hoping that you can feel some of that, because me personally, I've got some big goals and I've been reaching out to a lot of people. In fact, I went to a coffee shop yesterday. Thank you, Lord Jesus. And my husband's on vacation and I begged him if I could go to that coffee shop. And I've never felt so happy. And I sat there with my computer and I worked and I did 20 reach outs. All right. And what's going to happen over the next 24 hours will be eye-opening. I'm pretty sure half of those people are going to ghost me. Some are going to come back with no's, no thank yous. Some are going to want to take a look. And then it's my job to plug them into the systems. All right. My job is to get them on live info sessions at 8:30 tonight if I can, if not tomorrow. All right. And so as you are working this business, as we're going to focus on fitness professionals today, I want to really encourage you to really think back to what I just said at the opening of this call is that if you're really hoping and wishing and wanting that those people that look perfect on social media would be your business partner, would come in and rock this, don't be discouraged if they ghost you. Don't be discouraged if they come back and seem like they are busy. Because remember, your vision for what you have for your life, they have one too. And if it does not align, all right, it may not be uncommon to see a no from those kind of people. So dig deeper, get to know your social network, ask questions, get really good at doing that. And then take this template language that I'm going to drop today. All right, we're going to use it, but I want you to personalize it. And I definitely want you to lead in to these kind of language that I drop because they simply are tools. But I want you to make sure you do your homework on the social media platforms first before you start dropping stuff into their inbox. Okay. Another thing that I love to do is, I don't know, like I like this about myself, but I'm passionate. And I know that that exudes through my messaging. So if I'm not feeling very passionate or very positive for the day, which I have those days, we all do, I'm not doing reach outs. I'm trying to figure out something to elevate my vibe so that when I do come in and I use my audio over text, it sounds like it does when I'm coming to you right now. I can even feel it in my blood right now, how excited I am. All right. That's how you want to feel when you're actually talking to your prospects. All right. Okay. Now, let me get my language up here. What we're going to do today is we're going to think about those fitness professionals that are out there that might be the perfect prospect for you. And I am going to give credit to some of this language because, again, now my dog's up. My old 12-year-old dog who probably will have to go outside in just a second. She's like a small toddler. I'll have to step away, but I'm going to give you language. We're going to get to work and then I can go do that. So fitness professional. So something I want you to think about, let me see if I can find this here, is, all right, we all have these people in our life, these professionals, fitness professionals who are legit walking billboards for this type of apparel. More than likely, some of them are fitness professionals. Think gym, studio owners, coaches, instructors, the people who constantly have others asking them, hey, would you recommend what would you recommend for the best sports bra to work out in? All right. So today, as an assignment, some of you may be familiar with what I'm reading right now if you're in any challenge groups, all right, is that your assignment today is to put the names of 10 fitness professionals on paper, all right? If you don't have a list, no big deal. That's your homework today. Go find those people. More specifically, think to identify the ones who are very active on social media and could share this with their network seamlessly and effortlessly. Then start a conversation with them. And it might sound something like, hey, I know you live in activewear, totally random, but are you currently aligned with any brands you love? I'm going to drop that language for you, okay? See what their response is. And if it's no, ask if they have ever considered it. Let the conversation flow from there. And when they start to ask more questions, invite them to an info session. Our job is to get as many butts in seats on those info sessions, guaranteed that your business will grow if you do, okay? All right, so I'm going to drop that language real quick. Another thing that I'm going to bring to you is Lauren Sandegate had shared with us some time ago. I actually had taken the language and stuck it in the notes on my phone. And when she just did another training yesterday, I thought, okay, this was you. You were the person that came up with this. And it's called Rapid Fire 4 Quadrants. She talked about talking to your friends, talking to acquaintances, talking to fashion and health and wellness and fitness professionals and influential people. Today, we're going to focus on those fitness professionals. All right. So I'm going to drop some language in the chat. I'm going to read it right now to you because I know this is being recorded and will be shared. So if you are watching the recording, you're going to listen to what I say, hit pause, write it down. Because I know when I do these recordings, I do get a lot of private messages afterwards that I was on your call, I didn't get your language, can you private message it to me? And that's a lot of work on my end. So I'm going to give you guys some ownership to just listen to the words, write it down, pause, and then type it out. If you're on the live power hours, I want to encourage you that if you come to mine, I drop language. You can copy and paste it. It's so much easier. So be encouraged if you're watching the recording, just come to these. They're amazing. Our family here at 6 a.m. is fun. So come join us. All right. So here's the language I have for the fitness and health professionals. First one, hey, are you currently aligned with an activewear brand? Pretty simple, right? Second one, if yes, I just came across your profile and love the gym workout vibe. I'm working on an exciting new project, helping to launch a brand new athleisure wear clothing line. It would completely complement what you are already doing. I'm looking for women who love empowerment and want to pioneer a brand from the beginning as we are in pre-launch. Great thing about this, everything can be done right from your phone. And it's super simple. I don't know if the timing is right for you or not, but are you open to taking a look? All right, that's number 2. Number 3, I have a bulleted point. I think it's pretty similar, but I'm going to read it anyway. Is hi, Christine. Just came across your profile. I see you're a fellow online entrepreneur and really passionate about, in brackets, fashion/health and wellness. Okay, do your homework. I love your profile and what you're all about. I'm actually looking to partner with other badass entrepreneurial women with this new activewear lifestyle company and pre-launch that I'm helping to launch. Are you open to adding other opportunities to your brand that would fit seamlessly into what you are currently doing? Okay, I'm going to drop that language. I'm going to come back into chat. I'm going to read any questions that are there. I can't wait. There's a lot of comments because I know you guys have told me when you join this business, so I want to see that too. And then if you have questions in particular, drop them in the chat and I will address them, but I definitely want to get us into activity at 6:20. We have 40 minutes to work. Okay, all right. Take a look at chat and I'll drop it there. All right, so I'm going to unmute real quick because I want to share a scenario that I'm going through right now. One of my dear friends, I've been friends with her for, gosh, it's before my husband, so 15 years, 15 years. And she has been a yoga studio gym owner. She works out, she's very into fitness, and she's taken a look at this business. And I would have never pegged her to come to me asking. Like she said, after the first of the year, I want to talk to you about what you're doing. And you guys, I get into this trap a lot where I do not go to my close friends. And I think a part of it is because I have been rejected so much in this business that I've kind of let my friends know what I do. They know I'm in this industry. So if they're really interested, my belief is they'll come to me. Is that true? I don't know if that story's true, but it has worked. That has been the case for some of my friends. My other friends, I just kind of, I don't know, I sprinkle it on them. And I a lot of times come with the customer approach. My belief is that if they actually put our clothing on, they're going to fall in love with it like I did. All right. So my girlfriend's a Lululemon snob, like total snob, and she can afford it. So money's not an issue. My other best friend, Jamie, she's actually a Lululemon ambassador. Her actual picture's on the wall at Lululemon here at Keystone at the Crossing. And I thought in my mind, man, I should be talking to Jamie, but I'm not. And I actually did this weekend. So I'm going to give you two scenarios. So Jamie, Angie, and I are all good friends. Jamie, I finally reached out to her. She'd been seeing my stories, a lot of the ones that I have been posting about Savvy. And here's my son, my 8-year-old. and and so I said, Jamie, hey, I'm sure you probably know all about Savvy, and I'm sure people probably have come to you, but I can't help but think that you'd be amazing at this. And she's like, that's hilarious. She said, I've had about 17 people hit me up. She goes, I'm loyal to my brand. Even after I retire as an ambassador, I'm going to be very loyal to them. So no, I'm not interested. And I told her, I flat out told her, I said, you've seen me in this industry. You know that I provide a living for my family. And for those of you guys that don't know, in my other business, I put my head down, work this sucker like a job, like a business. And I resigned from my corporate career, my 6-figure corporate career in pharma. Okay. She's seen me, she's seen our lifestyle. She sees I can be with my kids and still, you know, there's no convincing there, but she's watched me. And I thought I told her, I said, listen, this can be a very lucrative thing for you if you're open to it. And I can show you how to do it. And someone like you with your influence and your circle, I mean, if you ever feel like that might be a transition you want to make, you know, you can trust me with that conversation. And she said, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to support you from the sidelines. And I said, well, you know, if you ever want clothing, you let me know because Lululemon can't touch her everyday and luxe collections. You might have the mirror. I'll give you that. But we have some pretty incredible stuff that would complement what you're wearing with Lululemon. So I let that go. At the same time, Angie reaches out to me. And I thought, God, goodness, Angie's going to be in my brain a hard sell. I just don't think she's going to want to do this. Well, she has been in another network marketing business that has not been successful for her. She's what I call a discount wholesale brand partner with this company. All right. So we know a lot of those people, and I'm not knocking it. I just think a great discount is what people love, but are they working the business? And so Angie and I are going to have a conversation tomorrow. What is that going to look like for me? Well, I think Lauren Sandegate says it best. I just resonate a lot with her, but she gives us this image. She paints this picture about, imagine if you're just standing next to a campfire having a talk with your girlfriend. And I'm like, well, I do that all the time with my girlfriends. I literally do have a fire pit in my backyard. And I do that. And I'm like, how am I going to approach this? And I think I'm just going to say, listen, Ange, here's the deal. This is what it's looked like for me so far in 6 months. All right. And I'm going to go down that path and I'm going to open it up to her. And am I going to get her to a live info session? You bet you I'm going to do that. You want to know why, you guys? Because how you bring people into this business duplicates. If I sat there and I told her everything that I know, which I could do, and I could do it well with passion, she's going to think in her brain, I can't do that. I can't do that. Good for you, Mel. So getting her to a live info session, which we reiterate all the time, you guys plug people into systems, there's a reason for that. I let the professionals or the experts or the storytellers do the job for me, and then I follow up. Okay. So I just wanted to share that with you because I am going to drop some language for Lululemon lovers, Fabletics lovers. I got another girl looking at her clothing line today. All right. How does it compare? I get that a lot. Well, it doesn't. I just don't compare anything to Savvy. My belief is that we are better. I believe that. I have yet to have a piece of clothing that I don't love, right? So I just say, I mean, we're Savvy. We're a brand new premium athleisure company. I think you should try it. We have a return policy. There's no risk. All right. And if you want to pop over, I've got neighbors that are popping over, one today. She's like, I need to see this rack of clothing that you have. I'm like, bring it over. I got wine. Let's do this. You know, she's like, okay. So the Lululemon people, these are all my other girlfriend, my neighbor is a pickleball player, and she's got a whole crew over here in the summer, probably 15 of these women. It's insane. I literally one day will probably stroll my rack over there with a glass of wine. I'm not joking. I'll be like, you girls need to check this stuff out. So I'm going to drop some language real quick for Lululemon. For those of you guys that are on the recording, I'm going to read it here. And you can use it, give it a shot, have people try our clothing. All right. Before I could ever say that we compare to Lululemon, I had to be in integrity with those words. So I did march into Lululemon. I did go check out their Align leggings. I checked out their sports bras. And you guys, if I didn't know any better, I think I was looking at Savvy. And that's the truth. All right. All right. Here's the language. Hey, Angie. I know how much you love Lululemon, and I know you love a good discount. So I wanted to see if you might be open to taking a look at this new brand I am aligned with that I absolutely love. I know you live in this stuff and you value quality pieces. So I'll drop the Savvy Instagram page, right? It's Savvy Lifestyle Co. Instagram page. And I'm just like, check out this Instagram page to get a feel of our pieces that have dropped since our pre-launch. All right. Over the last year, you can kind of see our collections, right? Would you be open for me to send you a link? You want to take a look? And you can even tell them they get a $25 off discount. My belief is that if they put the clothing on, that it's at that point, I can work with that belief system. And then I can actually introduce the business model, how they can do the affiliate marketing piece and make money on customers and or bigger money, leveraging our generational payouts and bigger paychecks by building a team. I'll drop that in the chat. I know that was long-winded, but I think it's really good for you guys to understand that, you know, magic just doesn't happen. This is a skill set. So for those of you guys, this is your first power hour. I just want to welcome you. You're going to get some great language nuggets. You're going to see leaders doing different things, different language approaches, which is why I think it's really good to tune into different power hours with different leaders. I personally resonate or relate a lot to the no bullshit, no nonsense, no fluff leaders, because I've been around for a while. The fluff doesn't work for me anymore. The realness does. Leading with the heart does. And I have no problem being very passionate about something and sharing an opportunity. And if people don't want that, that's okay. And I celebrate that. Again, celebrate that no. I'm making it a goal this week to, at a minimum, and this is pretty aggressive, doing 20 reach outs a day. So that's 140 this week. My goal is to have 10 new business partners this month. I'm not messing around. I don't have time to sleep right now. I got a business to build and I got a team to help to be successful. I've got many on this call right now that they're my why. I see you. I see you girls. I love seeing them succeed and I love to celebrate in their accomplishments, you guys, because we have something pretty incredible here. I'm probably talking more than I should, but again, I know that we got some newbies on this call and I want to encourage you for sure. Like, get your head down and fall in love with a no. Do not let that knock you down. Okay. And get the book, read the book. And if you want somebody you want to follow that loves Eric Worre from GoPro, her name is Jessie Lee Ward. I'll drop her name. Either you love her or you hate her. I think she's powerful. Sometimes she's a little bit too intense for me personally. Her messaging is always on point. Okay, get back to work. I'm going to read you some language from a girl I thought would join me. She said no. Um, she did say super cute pants. As for joining, I'm not interested. Thanks for thinking of me, though. I know you'll do amazing things. You always do. And then I came back and I said, I meant to ask you if you had any interest to try some of the Savvy pieces. I know the biz is not for you, but I really do think you would love our collections. Would you like to see my link? She came back. I really thought she was going to be a hard no. And she said, sure, send it over. I've been hooked on Fabletics for a year or so. How do they compare? And I think it's so easy for us to want to start sharing how we think they compare, but you guys don't have to sell people on that. I'll probably just tell her, listen, it's premium quality. And I just put a lot of emphasis on what we are, what we do have. And I say things like, I love the 4-way stretch. I love the moisture wicking. I love that, I've washed this stuff multiple times and it still looks like it did the day I opened my package. I don't know. I just don't get into the comparison mode. Because honestly, I've never tried Fabletics, to be honest. I don't know if you guys can drop in the chat real quick. I'm just curious because I know this is an objection. What do you guys say? I'll read it out loud for the recording, but if you guys have some really good stuff, when people say, well, how does it compare to Lulu? How does it compare to Fabletics or any other great brand out there? Sam asks, can we give them our Savvy app link or do you prefer Instagram? Like sending them to Instagram? I do both. Because if they are interested and they want to purchase, then they're going to need the link, right? Sometimes I even drop my $25 off code, Savvy 25. I just take out that next step. I just give it to them. I will tell you guys something, and I just want to share this just so you're aware. When you have people that are ordering and they tell you they ordered, or you sent your link and they said they're going to order, but you didn't see an order come through, just follow up with your people so that they tell you, yes, I ordered. And then you can go in your back office and make sure you see the order there. Okay. Just make sure you see it popping up in the back office. Thank you for all the comments in the chat about Fabletics. Do you guys know, did the Instagram page change to Savvy Lifestyle Co? I do believe it did to align with their brand. Somebody can confirm that in the chat. I could look, but I'm going to stay focused on the chat here since I'm leading. Okay, so we got 50-50. Some people love Fabletics. Some people are not all that impressed with their quality. Some people say it doesn't compare to what we have. Some people say our sports bras are by far the best ones they've ever worn. I would agree to that for sure. I'm a runner. And it holds the tatas in for sure. I can definitely give recommendations to that. It holds them up and it holds them in so that if you're a runner, they're not bouncing all over the place. I've had some girls that say before they've had to wear 2 sports bras when they run. I don't feel that way with ours. And I'm not a big busty girl either. I'm a 30, what am I, 34D? What's up? Yeah. I'm a medium. But if you're into HIIT workouts, I'm an Orange Theory girl. Like we're all over the place on that floor and we're doing some burpees and a whole bunch of stuff. And my stuff never moves on me. My clothing does not move. It doesn't roll down on my waist. Right now I've got a little muffin top that's come with Winter break. My kids are at home e-learning, so I can't go to my classes. So I put on some, quarantine weight. Come spring, gonna run that stuff off, but I'm not concerned because I love our leggings. It's compressive. It holds it all in. I can pretend like it's not muffin top. Who can relate? Thanks for all the feedback, you guys, in the comments. This is fantastic. Hope you guys are taking some notes. So if you do get this objection, just kind of take a look here. Jenny, your question, how do I respond to the everything I want is sold out? That's easy. We are designed to sell out. We are in pre-launch. We are doing market research. We're trying to figure out what people buy, the sizes people buy, the colors people love. We're trying to design out the core collections that will be available when we officially launch. So from a business perspective, it's a good thing we're selling out. Personally, I like to see that. Can it be frustrating for customers? Absolutely. Our job is to guide them to Fashion Fridays, get them hooked, create sense of urgency. If they want it bad enough, they're going to be on Fashion Fridays at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's where I'm from, Indianapolis, Indiana, and get on those drops. Some of you guys might steer clear of putting your customers in Fashion Fridays because of the intensity. My mindset is it's fun. So go fish, see what you can find. You may not get what you want, but you might have a piece of clothing nobody else has. That's a cool thing. You guys have really good questions. I love this. So for those of you guys that are really wanting to work and you don't want to hear me talk, go ahead and push your mute button. I do that on power hours, right? So if you're like, God, I wish you would stop talking. Right? Go ahead, mute me. It's all good. Just get to work. For those that do want to hear the answers, I am happy to share. I get it. It's fine. We're here to work. Simone, I have a lot of friends that tell me all the time, I can get all this name brand stuff at Michael's and TJ Maxx. I'm not spending that kind of money. Well, they're not your people, you guys. We don't need to convince here. $25 off coupon gets someone in a nice sports bra for around 20 bucks. Start there. Start small with those people. Trust me on this. I say, trust me on this. You want the leggings. I got a $25 off share code.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Real quick, one of them's my best friend, and she's just a hard person, and she just really, I brought it to her, and I've brought my other business to her, whatever, but she tried to press another brand on me on athletic wear. Like, that's how she responded, was like, this is the athletic person her husband's obsessed with. They love his supplements, and I need to research and learn about him. And that's her brand. And I looked him up, and it looks cheap, and it looks the same price point. So I kind of just left it there until I see her in person again to, have the barbecue talk. But I don't really know how to kind of wade that water now that she kind of put it back on me like that. And it's my best friend, so I can say, girl, shut up, you need these. But with this business, I want her so bad, and I love her. I just don't know how to take it.
You have passion in your heart. I see that.
Oh, thanks.
I see that in you. And you're going to do very well here. Lead with your heart, wear the clothing, and be passionate about that. And don't let anybody convince you otherwise. You can still love Savvy, and it can be an amazing brand, just like there's tons out there. Right. But but wear your stuff and wear it, with just joy. And she may look at that kimono, or she might look at that Eloise cardigan.
I want the kimono. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, just keep being you and wear things. I love
her birthday is coming up. I'm gonna get her a pair of leggings, actually. So okay, cool. Thank you.
You bet. You bet. Family and best friends are the hardest sells sometimes. So
Melanie, what do you suggest for, I have a lot of friends that are runners and OTF people. I work out at home now. We have a home gym, but I was OTF and I'm getting kind of caught up with all with all the sports bras. I actually had my sister and my niece order yesterday. One's bustier, one's not. So while I'm reaching out to grow my team, I'm also trying to get some sales. In my current other company that I'm still with for 10 years, we would highlight products when we were reaching out to people and just suggest, but I don't want to be pushy. And at the same time, I want to encourage the opportunity. So I guess how would you kind of mesh that all together with being authentic and not salesy and all that good stuff?
It depends on the person I'm talking to. If in the back of my head, I know they could rock the business, potentially they're teachable and coachable. Those are huge things I look at when I recruit people. When you get to the point where they're going to purchase, then show them side by side the pricing.
Okay.
All right. Because as a customer, what we want to do anyway is show them the VIP style box, right? So customers get 15% off of their order. They spend $99, get $110 shopping credit, 15% off, right?
Okay.
So yes, we can do a $25 off code, right? Absolutely. Do those align? And can you get the same thing? For example, let me paint the scenario here for those of you guys that are new. If you have someone on your list, your recruiting list, you want to get them in the business. Okay, you can approach us two ways, right? You can hit them with the info session and get ghosted. Or you can say, listen, why don't we do this? I got a $25 off code on your first order. We can get you a piece or two and we can get you started. And if they're like, well, I want this, this, and this, do the math. Say, well, it makes more sense based off of what you're wanting to do that VIP style box, pay $99, get $110 shopping credit, 15% off. But just know that as a brand partner myself, I get 25% off. And we do have these enrollment packs that are completely customizable. And the $25 share code I'm giving to you, you get in those enrollment packs. And I can tell you right now, our wear and share program is where it's at. So if you have at least 5 people in your circle you think that would want this, I think you need to take a serious look at being a brand partner.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times I have recruited, I want to say, well, I can tell you one girl for sure came in with the mindset she wanted the discount and got the enrollment pack. And she now within a week is like, okay, tell me about the share codes. How do I use these things? I'm like, what? You're going to work the business? She's like, it makes sense. Right? So that would be my approach to answer your question. Just show all pricing options. Mm-hmm. and let her know, at least with the brand partner piece, not only do you get that wholesale discount, but you can make money.
Right.
And then and share the bonuses, the bonus structure, those value pack bonuses that they would get if they brought people in. So hopefully that helps you.
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm. You guys have so many great questions. Thank you for doing that. I know sometimes it's scary to ask questions on a screen of how many people, but we're learning together. So thank you, Sabrina. Got 4 more minutes. Again, before we hop off, I am going to stay around till, well, probably 30 more minutes. I'll keep this on. I will stop the recording, but I do want to continue to work. I know the morning crew, we like to try to get as much work in as we can while our families and households are sleeping. Any more questions, feel free to drop them. I'm taking a look right now.
Hey, Melanie, I already put it in the question, but I'll go ahead and so you don't have to scroll. But I have quite a few friends. I used to be a general manager of a gym. I have quite a few friends that are involved in Zaya, and I've done my research. I've purchased a couple items from them. But personally, being able to look at this business, I could definitely tell that Savvy's business model is just overall better from what I know compared to Zaya. Would you approach them? And if so, how would you do that?
I have approached some.
Yeah.
The way that I approach them is I try to ask questions so that they can share their experience with Zaya, meaning like, okay, tell me how this is working for you. I really want to know. Like, ask. Say, I'm in Savvy, obviously you're in Zaya, and tell me, how has it been successful for you? And let them talk about that. What do you love the most about that? I do know they do parties, so have them explain, what does it look like to do a party for you guys? I would love to learn from you. And then say, I love everything you share. Did you know on our side, this is how we do it? Kind of paint that vision. I always love, one of my mentors told me a long time ago, she said, whatever you do when you talk to people, make sure that you paint a vision they can see themselves in. We're not convincing them, we're just helping them see the other side, right? And they don't know what they don't know, right? So I know a lot of people that are diehards with Zaya, they're not budging. But I ask the question, I'm just very blunt, how much money are you making? You know, I ask those questions because I don't know. I don't know if you guys know a lot of successful Zaya people. Maybe they are, maybe they're not, but I love that question. Be very honest with them.
That's good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Debbie, yes, go talk to that gym owner. I know someone asked about some gym owner language. I do have some I'll drop. I just want to get through these questions here. Just know that trying to think about how I say this. Like, as a gym owner, just remember that just because they have a gym, they're, as a business owner, are thinking about income generating ways they can bring in revenue, right? So having a rack in the front of their gym may or may not be where they want to bring in revenue, because is it going to be revenue generating, or is it going to be a pain in the butt, something they have to have out in front? You know, you kind of have to have a very honest conversation about that's, you know, it just depends on the person. Again, I don't think that I have the best language. If you want reach out language, I do have that. But again, as a business owner, people do business to make money. Make money means impact, right? If you make money, you can have impact in several different ways. That's why I don't think we should be so scared to talk about money, because money, we can do many, many, many things. Get off debt, we can save, we can give hugely to charities, right? Why would you not want to make it? So if we can help people see that our brand can align with what they're already doing to bring in additional revenue, why would you not want to entertain that and look deeper into it, knowing that we're in a company that's in pre-launch and you could be amongst the first in your community to offer it, right? So help them see that. We do have the boutique owner packs. If you guys do not know that, maybe you're new in the business. We do have a boutique owner pack that you can share with them, where they not only get that 25% discount on the clothing on their enrollment kit, but then they get an additional layer of 20% off for a total of 45% off, right? So approach it with that boutique piece, and or just maybe they want to be a brand partner.
Melanie, I want to speak to that just because I did have people approach me a lot being a general manager of a gym. For those of you that are thinking about it, if it's a corporate gym, there's no way that I could even allow it, because we had our own merchandise. So that's one thing to think about. If they have merchandise at the front of their gym, most likely they're not going to be able to, from a gym standpoint versus an individual standpoint. Like, we couldn't sell supplements. We couldn't have local nutrition shops come into our gym because we were a corporation. So that's one thing to approach. Is it's not going to be no because they don't want to. It's going to be no because they're corporate.
Oh, I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
I'm an Orange Theory girl. I've got one of my girls on my team that joined me in business, but she cannot wear Savvy in the studio at Orange Theory. They are connected to Nike, however you say it. Everything they wear is Nike. So I helped her see that, you know, her influence might be in that gym, but people follow her on social media outside of the gym. She's also my run coach.
Yeah, I would say in corporate gyms, your best bet is going to be trainers and group fitness instructors on the corporate side, because I know the gym I worked at, they could wear whatever they wanted. So that would be, if you go to a corporate gym, start going to group fitness classes and befriend a trainer or befriend one of the instructors, because that's going to be your best bet, because they advertise themselves. I mean, and they're bigger on social media. I know when I was a GM, it was lucky if I even logged onto Facebook sometimes.
No, that's great. I love that you share that. They are in their own little world. So having them see that outside of that life, they then got to come over here and do this too. Show them how that aligns. It can be very seamless. People just don't know what they don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
This business is so easy. It's crazy. We are walking billboards. And just because you can't wear it inside the gym doesn't mean that you can't talk to the people outside, right? Thank you for sharing. Sarah Hearns, you say, do I have any other books? Girl, back there on my little shelf, I've got a whole bunch of them. Gosh. Oh, hang on a second. I'll drop that too. You guys, thank you so much. This chat thread is incredible. I'm learning so much from you. Wow. Obviously, this is a great topic for those of you guys in challenge groups. This is a focus today, right? I hope that you have learned something today and can go out in complete confidence to really talk to these people and start up a conversation and just really lead with some passion, because what we have here is truly simple. It's really simple. It's just getting people into the clothing and wearing and sharing. Well, thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording. I'm going to stay on and continue to work. So I am here. But Happy New Year. Go get those goals. If leader is not on your goal board yet, if you have not seen the Rep to Leader and Beyond worksheet that we dropped on Dream Team, this is a great resource that you can use. It's a printable. Put your prospects on there and make leader your first goal, Rep to Leader. And we want to see you in Mexico. And stay tuned tonight to the corporate call. Jen Ashby has some incredible news coming. All right. It's pretty amazing. So be on tonight and run hard and keep showing up on these power hours. You guys, I love you. And I'm ready to do this. So I'm going to stop the recording now. Okay.